Here's something that might shock you. By age 50, your brain has already lost about 5% of its volume, and that shrinkage accelerates with each passing year. But before you panic, I have incredible news that could change everything about how you think about aging and brain health. In this video, you'll discover the 5 scientifically proven foods that can actually reverse cognitive decline, boost your memory, and keep your mind sharp well into your 80s and beyond. What I'm about to share with you isn't just theory. It's based on cutting-edge research from Harvard Medical School and personal success stories from people who've transformed their mental clarity in just weeks. Let me ask you something. Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you went there, or struggled to remember the name of someone you've known for years? If you're over 50, you're not alone. Most people accept these mental lapses as inevitable parts of aging. But what if I told you that's completely wrong? What if the foods sitting in your kitchen right now could be the key to not just stopping cognitive decline, but actually reversing it? I've spent the last 15 years studying neuroscience and working with thousands of people over 50 who were frustrated with their declining memory and focus. What I discovered changed everything. I thought I knew about brain aging. The real culprit isn't age itself. It's inflammation in the brain caused by what we eat and, more importantly, what we don't eat. But here's what shocked me most. When people started incorporating these 5 specific foods into their daily routine, they began seeing improvements in their memory, focus, and mental clarity within just 2 to 3 weeks. Now, before I reveal these game-changing foods, I need to tell you about Sarah, a 58-year-old teacher who came to me last year feeling like she was losing her mind. She'd been forgetting students' names, losing track of conversations mid-sentence, and even got lost driving to places she'd been to hundreds of times. Her doctor suggested it was just normal aging, but Sarah refused to accept that. Within 6 weeks of following the protocol I'm about to share with you, she was not only remembering her students' names, but actually felt sharper than she had in her 40s. The key wasn't expensive supplements or complicated protocols. It was these 5 everyday foods that you can find at any grocery store. The first food that can literally rewire your brain is wild-caught salmon. And here's why this matters, more than you might think. Research from UCLA shows that the omega-3 fatty acids in salmon, specifically DHA, actually increase the size of your brain's memory center. But here's what most people don't know. Not all salmon is created equal. Farm-raised salmon contains significantly lower levels of these brain-boosting compounds. When you eat wild-caught salmon twice a week, you're providing your brain with the raw materials it needs to build new neural pathways and repair damaged ones. Think of it as construction materials for your brain's highway system. But here's where it gets really interesting. The second food on this list might surprise you because it's been vilified for decades. Whole eggs, including the yolk. Most people over 50 avoid egg yolks because they're worried about cholesterol. But they're missing out on one of nature's most powerful brain foods. Egg yolks contain choline, which your brain uses to produce the neurotransmitter responsible for memory and learning. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people with higher choline intake performed significantly better on memory tests. When my client Robert, a 62-year-old accountant, started eating 2 whole eggs every morning, he noticed he could remember complex number sequences and client details that had been slipping away for years. Now, this might sound crazy, but the third food is something most people throw away. Broccoli stems and leaves. While everyone focuses on the florets, the stems contain the highest concentration of sulforaphane, a compound that crosses the blood-brain barrier and directly protects neurons from damage. Research from Johns Hopkins shows that sulforaphane can actually activate genes that produce antioxidants in the brain, creating a protective shield around your neurons. I tell my clients to juice the stems or blend them into a smower etch. It's like giving your brain a daily dose of protection against age-related decline. Before I reveal the fourth food, let me address something that might be bothering you. You're probably thinking, this sounds too simple. If it's this easy, why? Isn't everyone doing it? The truth is, the food industry doesn't want you to know this information because it would hurt their profits from processed foods and expensive supplements. These foods I'm sharing with you are inexpensive, accessible, and incredibly powerful, which is exactly why they're not heavily marketed. The fourth food is something that ancient cultures have known about for centuries, but Western science is just catching up. Turmeric with black pepper. Here's the crucial detail most people miss. Turmeric alone isn't well absorbed by your body. You need black pepper to increase absorption by up to 2,000%. The curcumin in turmeric reduces inflammation in the brain, which is the root cause of most cognitive decline. A study from UCLA found that people who took curcumin supplements showed significant improvements in memory and mood within just 18 months, but you don't need expensive supplements. A teaspoon of turmeric with a pinch of black pepper in your morning tea, or added to your meals, will do the trick. The fifth and final food might be the most important of all. Blueberries, but not just any blueberries. Wild blueberries contain twice the antioxidants of regular blueberries, and these compounds can actually reverse age-related memory loss. The anthocyanins in blueberries improve communication between brain cells and stimulate the growth of new neurons. A fascinating study from the University of Cincinnati gave older adults with mild cognitive impairment wild blueberry juice for 12 weeks. The results were remarkable. Significant improvements in memory function and reduced brain fog. When my 67-year-old client Margaret started eating a cup of wild blueberries daily, she went from forgetting appointments to managing her complex business schedule with ease. Have you tried any of these foods regularly? I'd love to hear about your experience in the comments below. But here's what I want you to understand. These aren't just individual foods, they work synergistically. When you combine them in your daily routine, they create a powerful brain boost protocol that can transform your cognitive function. Now, I need to share something important with you. While these foods are incredibly powerful, they work best as part of a comprehensive approach to brain health. This means reducing processed foods, staying hydrated, getting quality sleep, and managing stress. Think of these 5 foods as the foundation, but you need to build a complete structure for optimal brain health. Let me give you a practical example of how to incorporate all 5 foods into your day. Start your morning with a vegetable omelette made with 2 whole eggs and turmeric. Add wild blueberries to your breakfast or as a mid-morning snack for lunch. Include a salad with broccoli stems, chopped fine or blended into a green smoothie. For dinner, have wild-caught salmon with a turmeric and black pepper seasoning. It's that simple, but the results can be life-changing. What's your biggest challenge when it comes to maintaining your memory and focus? Drop a comment below and let me know, because I read every single one and often create content based on your questions. If you found this information valuable, Please give this video a thumbs up. It helps more people discover this life-changing information. Here's what I want you to do right now. Pick one of these 5 foods and commit to eating it daily for the next 2 weeks. Track how you feel, your energy levels, and any changes in your memory or focus. I guarantee you'll notice a difference. Many of my clients report feeling more alert and focused within just a few days of making these changes. Before I wrap up, I need to mention an important disclaimer. While these foods are generally safe for most people, if you're taking blood thinners or have specific health conditions, please consult with your healthcare provider before making significant dietary changes. This information is for educational purposes and shouldn't replace professional medical advice. The science is clear. What you eat directly impacts your brain function, and it's never too late to start making positive changes. These 5 foods: wild-caught salmon, whole eggs, broccoli stems, turmeric with black pepper, and wild blueberries, can be the foundation of a sharper, more focused mind well into your golden years. If you're serious about maintaining your cognitive health as you age, make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell. I share evidence-based strategies for healthy aging every week, and I don't want you to miss out on information that could literally change your life next week. I'll be sharing the 5 worst foods for brain health that you need to avoid after 50. Some of them might shock you. Which of these 5 foods are you most excited to try? Will you start with the wild-caught salmon, or maybe add some turmeric to your morning routine? Whatever you choose, remember that small, consistent changes compound over time. Your future self will thank you for starting today. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this information. It could be the gift that keeps their mind sharp for decades to come.